Hello, everyone, and welcome. We will give everyone a minute or so to come in, and thank you for joining me tonight. As always, we have some Canucks news to talk about, which is always exciting. Just checking to make sure that everything looks and sounds good. But I'm glad you guys are here with me tonight. Nice to see people in here. Coach Rob, Carol, Ethan, Van City 604, Lucas, Hsmfangirl Gaming. Who else is in here that I can see right now? And I'm sure more people will flow in as we get going. But I'm glad that all of you are here. Hello, Jed. Nice to see you too. All right, let's get going. I am Canuck Clay. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary. CCC live on Thursday night, December the 9th, on a day where the Canucks announced yet another hire, and a big one. You think the Boudreau hire is big? Technically, in terms of stature and position, this hire was even bigger. Jim Rutherford is our new president of hockey operations, our new interim general manager, and I'll talk about all of that in a second, but let me do my intros first and foremost. Firstly, shout out to the moderators. Thank you in advance for doing what you got to do. Just remember, if it's homophobic, sexist, racist, ableist, or in a different language, you can delete it. But other than that, we had a funny incident in yesterday's live stream where one of our members, I don't know if it got hacked or something weird was happening in the account, and they were accidentally banning and deleting one of our own members by accident. So we figured that out. And Daniel, you're most welcome. Glad that you are here. So thank you to moderators in advance, and do what you got to do. And as I always joke around, if you're not sure what to do, just leave it and let me worry about it. Want to thank my sponsors, of course. Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. You can sign up for a free 7-day trial using the link in the video there, performandtransform.ca/CanuckClay. Today, I hit a new low in terms of weight. I'm now down 17 pounds. Thank you. And still feeling good. And in fact, I have to get up at 6:30 tomorrow morning to record a testimonial with my trainer that he is going to post on his YouTube channel, which is really, really cool. Hey, thank you, Coach Rob. Did you copy and paste that from somewhere? Or did you type all that out? Coach Rob, how did you get that? That's perfect. But how did you get that? I have no clue. Anyway, thank you, Coach Rob. So thank you to Perform and Transform. Thank you to Van City Experts Real Estate Group. Jason Lim and his team. Contact them for all of your real estate needs. Jason, a good friend of the channel now, obviously a massive sponsor. He actually sponsored the tickets for my giveaway that saw Jogpal Dillon go to the game. I'm not sure if Jogpal's in here right now, but I'm going to actually share a few of his links, footage from the game from last night. Oh, you got it from Hot Take. That's awesome. Good. Mike, sorry to hear that. No, I'm glad that you're a member, but you never got the members only stream. You should have, because it was posted on my community tab, and you're supposed to get a notification. But no problem, Mike. We will get you in the next one. Mike, you are all-star level, right? Let me just check that real quick. Actually, I should be able to see it right here. Yeah, Mike, I see you. Michael, I see you as one of the all-star members. So I'm not sure why you didn't get the link, and I'm sorry to hear that you didn't. But I'm not sure. Maybe make sure that all your notifications are turned on and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'll do my best to make sure that I can't do much about sending out the link. But what I can do is make sure that you guys are aware of what I'm doing. So I'm sorry to hear that, Mike, but we will get you into the next one for sure. So thank you to Perform and Transform. Thank you to Van City Experts. Thank you to Gassy Jack Art, the maker of this wonderful artwork that you see. And thank you to Monkey 9 brewing my eternal sponsor. Jogpal, I am streaming today because it's another big news day. And I think, did I mention to you guys that starting the new year, I'm going to stream on Friday. Can you guys let me know if I mentioned that already? I think I did. That in the new year, excuse me. In the new year, I'm going to stream on Friday nights as well. So I'm going to go Sunday, Wednesday, Friday. But I don't want to start that now because one of the Fridays is December 24th and one of the Fridays is December 31st. And I'll likely be the only one on here. Actually, for fun, put a 1 or a Y. Either one. Put a 1 or a Y. Because you know they mean the same thing to me. I'm not going to. Okay, I'm not going to. But if I streamed on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve because they are Friday nights, and remember I'm going to start doing Friday nights, would you actually come to the stream? I'm not doing one because my family they would probably shoot me. But if I actually did a stream on Christmas Eve and or New Year's Eve, would you guys actually come? See, a bunch of you are saying yes. But I wonder if push came to shove, if you actually would. I'm not saying that you guys are liars. I would never accuse you guys of being liars. But that's a pretty big commitment to come on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. But hey, man, I'm not here to judge. So thank you to my moderators. Thank you to my sponsors. I want to give a shout out to Hero members. nucksfan number 29, Justin Credible, Lucas Gates, and Andrew Chang. It's funny. My lovely wife Gail just said, you are not streaming on Christmas Eve or day. I know. That's what I said. Don't worry. See, Gail's got really good ears. I know she doesn't watch these things, so I must speak really loud because New Year's Eve, 24-hour stream. Yeah, Mike, I'm sure that'll be good. I'll be looking for a new wife right afterwards too. So shout out to my hero members, nucksfan number 29, Justin Credible, Lucas Gates, and Andrew Chang. Hall of Fame members, Jens95, simalexander, Chris Seifried, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, Carol Bovenlander, and Hsmfangirl Gaming. Thanks to hero members, Hall of Fame members, franchise members, and all-star members. Yes, we did have a members-only live stream. For those of you that did not get the link or whatever, I apologize. I don't send it proactively aside from putting it in my community tab and then relying on YouTube to send out the notice. So I'll try and give you guys more notice and make sure. It's always the first Wednesday of the month. I just messed up, and for December, it should be December 1st, but I ended up doing it on December 8th. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, join us. We're at 54 members now, a nice mix of four different membership levels. Press the join button underneath this or in my videos on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. And as you see on the screen, on Sunday night, I'm going to be announcing a brand new membership tier. A brand new tier. I can't wait. We are just finalizing the details right now. But, it can't go any lower than $2 a month, and that's all-star. And that's when you get emojis, badges, you get written recognition in all my videos, and you get a once-a-month members live stream. That's all-star for $1.99 a month. Franchise is $4.99 a month. You get all that. Plus, you get a members-only Ask Me Anything. Plus, you get a members-only Zoom call. Hall of Fame is $14.99 a month. You get everything that Franchise and All-Star gets. Plus, you get a one-on-one Zoom call with me for half an hour every month. You get verbal shout-out in my videos, as you've heard. And you get one behind-the-scenes video every month. And then Hero, you get all those things. Plus, I will take you to a game with me during the season. And you get priority in all my Ask Me Anything videos. I'm going to announce a level that's above Hero. It's above Hero, and I don't expect anyone to actually get it because Hero is already $49.99 a month, and there's four of them: nucksfan number 29, Justin, Lucas, and Andrew, who I'm so grateful for. I don't expect any of the four of you to necessarily upgrade to this next one, but I'm going to leave it open to anyone who upgrades to the next one. I can assure you that the difference in value, the difference between Hero and my new tier, which I'll announce on Sunday, the dollar amount, you're actually getting more value than that difference. So I hope that makes sense. I will explain it to you on Sunday. Okay. Finally, no matter where you're watching from, if you're in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond, in the Lower Mainland, in the city, in the province, in the country, on the continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. I know that you could be watching anyone else doing anything else, getting ready for bed, getting ready for work, getting ready for school, getting ready for all three of those things. But the fact that you are here with me, at least for the next little bit, thank you. I do not take you for granted. And you guys know that I think we have the best YouTube community, the best Canucks community here on YouTube. And that's what I appreciate more than the subs, members, donations, and the like. I appreciate the community that we are building here. So so give this video a like. There's 60 of you in here. We should get up to 30 likes. I like that 50% ratio. But if you are on here right now and you have not liked the video, like the fact that we can chat. Canucks, like the fact that they hired a president, like the fact that they are 2-0, like the fact that Bruce, there it is, Bruce Boudreau has been a breath of fresh air. And like the fact, just like the fact that we're together tonight. That's awesome. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to share a couple of videos from Jog Paul, who was at the game last night. And then I will talk about Jim Rutherford just for a couple minutes. And then I will turn it over to you. So a couple people are saying, hey, Clay, why the stream? Why the emergency stream? It's not, I shouldn't say emergency, because that connotates something more important than this. You're saying, why the stream tonight? Because I want to talk about Jim Rutherford. And I think anytime there's a big Canucks news day, I think it's kind of cool that we come on here, that you can rely on me to be here, whether it's 10 or 10:30 or 11, as you'll see on Sunday night, because I'll be at the game. One other thing I was going to say, if you're wondering why I'm so dressed up, well, not really. I'm wearing shorts. Don't worry. I'm standing up. I'm wearing shorts. It's not a fashion show, but you can see me wearing my shorts. Otherwise, it's too warm in my home office. But right after this, I'm going to go see one of my friends. She's singing at a hotel lounge in Richmond. I wasn't going to go see her, but she needed a pedal. So I was able to go get her a pedal for her keyboard. And then I'm going to go pick up my pedal, but I'm going to watch her sing. So I'm going to leave right at 11 o'clock tonight so I can go see my friend Kristen sing. Okay, Carol said thank you for the stream. I thought you were going to say thank you for the fashion show, but I don't think anyone's going to thank me for that. Last thing, and then I'm going to you guys. No, two things. I'm going to share a couple things from Jog Paul, and then I'm going to talk about Jim Rutherford, and then we will get going. So I want to do this real quick. Jog Paul got to go to the game last night. Big thanks to Jason and Van City Experts for donating tickets. And Jog Paul went, saw an awesome game, and he also sent me a couple of things. So I'm going to just show you a couple of things real quick. Oh, hold on. I have to shrink me. I'm still learning how to do this. Okay, so there you see on the screen an awesome sign that Jog Paul made. And it says, "Go Canucks Go," of course. But then right here, it might be tough to see. It actually says Clay's Canucks commentary, which is really, really cool. So Jog Paul, thank you for making that awesome picture. I appreciate it. Going to show you 3 videos that Jog Paul sent me. Here's the first one. This is, I think, footage after one of our goals. It must have been. Yes, it says 1-0. So look at those sweet seats. So that was cool, Jog Paul. So that was after Besser's goal, because you can see it says 1-0 on the scoreboard. And yes, so those are Jason's club seats. Those are the seats that we're going to be giving away a couple times this season. Row 6, section 108, seats 1 and 2. But yeah, the thing about these seats is that you're so low, everything feels so fast, which is pretty cool. The only disadvantage is when the puck goes kind of into the far end over here. You got to kind of crane your neck to look, or you can just take a quick look up at the screen. But certainly not complaining about that. Okay, 2 more videos I want to show you. So this is just a view from the seat. So look how close he is. You are basically staring at the players that are taking the face off. So there you see Jeremy Swayman right here. You see Horvat and Pearson. But look, those are such sweet seats. So that's your view. And then the last video I will show you that Jog Paul sent me was, I believe it's Horvat's game-winning goal. So this is pretty awesome, you guys. So this is the goal that sealed the game, and then you see the celebration. Okay, so this is Horvat. I will shut up for 40 seconds and let you watch this. Jogpa, those two guys in front of you looked like they were quite interesting. Awesome. So Jogpa, thank you for sending along those videos. Pretty sweet. And I trust you had a good time. And once again, thank you to Jason for the very thoughtful donation of tickets. And Jogpaul, I trust that you indeed had a lot of fun at the game. Yeah, the guy giving the two guys actually flipping off the Bruins. That was funny. Jogpaul, thanks again. Hopefully you are still here. Okay, give me 2 more minutes. Actually, give me 3 minutes, and then I'll turn it over to you. The guy high-fived me so hard. All right, last thing. Jim Rutherford, hired by the Vancouver Canucks as the new president of hockey operations. We have not had a president of hockey operations since July of 2018. Trevor Linden was the last one after he left, or he amicably parted ways, supposedly. We have not filled that position in 3.5 years. Linden held that position for 4 years. So Jim Rutherford comes in as the president of hockey ops. So that, underneath the owner, that is the most powerful guy. The GM reports to the president. The coach obviously reports to the GM, who reports to the president. So you guys, here's the crazy thing. We haven't had anyone in this position for 3.5 years. That just shows you how mismanaged or how thin we were in the front office. So he's the president of hockey ops. He makes all the final decisions, trades, drafting, contracts. Everything has to go through him. Everything had been going through Jim Benning. He's now the interim GM. So that means Stan Smeel, who was the interim GM, retires 2-0 as an interim GM. Under Stan Smeel, the Canucks beat LA 4-0. They beat Boston 2-1. So that's pretty cool. But I'm sure that Smeel, Ryan Johnson, the Sedins, Chris Gear, they will all still speak into some of the decisions. They will all still be part of the management team. Lastly, Jim Rutherford, a bit about him, 72 years old. He was the general manager of the Carolina Hurricanes from 1994 to 2014, and he won a Stanley Cup with them in 2006. Also the general manager for the Pittsburgh Penguins from 2014 to 2021, won 2 back-to-back cups with them, 2016, 2017. He won a general manager of the year somewhere in there, was inducted to the Hockey Hall of Fame. So this guy comes with a lot of accolades. He left Pittsburgh in January earlier this year. A lot of, not controversy, but a lot of secrecy. He just cited personal issues. Some were saying that he stopped getting along with Mario Lemieux, who's the one part owner of the Penguins. Maybe, but regardless, he has taken 2 different teams to the Stanley Cup as a GM. He comes in, though, as a president because the thought is he's 72 years old, maybe a bit of a old school guy, right? Because you're 72, how modern can you be? So the thought is you can bring in a modern GM to work with the old school president and then an old school coach who's a lot of fun in Boudreaux. And then there you go. So that would be your new front office. So they're saying that they're not going to rush into hiring a GM. There's names like Jason Botterill, Mike Gillis, Lawrence Gilman, Scott Mellenby. A lot of names out there. We can speculate, but I just have no clue. Some people are saying that Jason Botterill might be the one. Didn't really do so well in Buffalo, so we'll see what happens there. Okay, so we are at close to the 20-minute mark. Lastly, I'll just say this real quick. Again, Sunday night, my live stream will be at 11 because I'll be at the game, and then I'll be introducing a new membership tier, and then I'll be at the game tomorrow night, and I'll be at the game on Sunday night. Lucas says, Clay, can you stress that Rutherford was the GM for the Whalers Hurricanes? Well, if you insist, it was the Hartford Whalers and then the Carolina Hurricanes. He won the Stanley Cup with the Carolina Hurricanes. Okay, friends, over to you for your questions. We'll go hockey and Canucks and hockey related questions for the first 25 minutes, and then we'll end off with 15 minutes of Ask Me Anything. Aiden Clay, what were your thoughts on Marchand getting booed? Fine with me. He was gonna get booed anyways, but the OEL slewfoot just added to it, and then of course taking out Hamnick last game too. He keeps taking out our defensemen. It's annoying. Fangirl, hi Clay. Why do you think it takes longer to hire a GM than a president? Because you want to start at the top. You want to fill your presidency first, so the president can hire the GM. You don't want to hire a GM and then bring in a president afterwards. If that doesn't make sense, you got to start at the top, so it makes sense that the president gets hired first. Do we see a trade before Christmas? Sebastian, knowing Rutherford's track record, potentially. He's not here to do a rebuild. He's here to help us win now. Yes, Ellie Women's Hoop. That's the old Expo 86 site. Very good. That's what we call Science Road right now, the big kind of golf ball. Tomorrow night, Jog Paul, I'm sitting with Jason wherever in a secret location. And then on Sunday, I'm sitting in my regular seats in 319. Derek, I do not think Luongo is going to be our next general manager. I'm not sure if he wants to go into management here. And the Sedins, maybe, but I still think it's a little too early for them, to be honest with you. Good question, though. Bonchan says, drop the Gillis and Gilman horror fantasy. Moving on to a new chapter, not reliving the past. That's fair. You're not the only person who says that. Van City, why couldn't Green get the most out of our boys? I just think he became a tired voice in the room, as much as he's a likable guy. Kai said this hire of Rutherford could go either way. That's fair. Edmund, do you like the Rutherford being president? I do. If they bring in a GM that's not the same as Rutherford, I mean a different style, I think it's fine. I don't mind it. Yes, but he has made a lot of trades. That's for sure. Yes, thank you, Lucas. No problem. Ethan, Clay, do you think Rutherford should consider making a move for D-men, considering OEL possibly has a broken toe and Hamnick is an IR? Yeah, I could see that because now you're left with Hughes, Myers, Pullman, Hunt, Shen, Burrows, and then Juleson and Rathbone as your next guys up. Yikes. Jed wants Rutherford to mentor the Sedins. That's cool. LA Women's Hoop says is a Hartford fan. Travis Green, I understand if you don't want to answer, but was wondering if you could touch on Dusty. No, that's fine, Travis. I don't mind talking about it. I've talked about it more at length when it happened. I actually haven't talked to Dusty in the past couple months. I do know that he was going through some legal proceedings. I don't know where that's at. I do know that he said he was going to speak publicly. I don't know where that's at. But I just hope that he gets another chance. My humble opinion, and I'm not just saying that because he's my first cousin, is I think the Marlies were quick to react. Would I say they overreacted? I don't know. They have a brand to protect, but I'm not convinced they did all of their due diligence. I'll just put it that way. No, that you can ask me for sure, Travis. That's a fair question, and you asked it very respectfully for sure. Marjorie, I'm great. Hope you're well as well. Can you predict? By the way, yes, I can predict the score. By the way, I'm 5-0 since I started doing Canucks Week at a Glance. I've correctly predicted the wins against Montreal, Ottawa, the loss against Pittsburgh, the wins against LA and Boston. I predicted a Winnipeg win tomorrow, 5-3. I think I said it was going to be high scoring, and then I predicted a Carolina loss, but we'll see what happens. So 5-3 Canucks. Travis, though, what I can't speculate on is why he has some of those opinions that he does, because I've never talked to him about those type of opinions. That's why I was quite shocked, actually, when it came out. Derek Clay, why did Linden as president didn't work, and how did they prevent that happening with Rutherford? It didn't work because Linden preached patience and a rebuild, and Benning and Aquilini didn't want any of that. That's basically the bottom line. Rutherford will want to win now. So if Aquilini wants to win now, they're probably aligned that way. Yeah, it didn't look like a dirty hit, but it might be a Charlie horse or a bruise down below. I don't know. Yeah. Kai says plenty of teams are interested in JT Miller for sure. High prospect in the first. Yeah, and a team that will want to get him because you get a guy like that for 2 playoff runs, well worth the $5.25 million. Fango, do you think it's more likely that Houston gets the Coyotes over Quebec City? I don't know, Fango. That's a good question. I've heard more about Houston than Quebec, admittedly. Bruce, so who do you think will be the first Canuck to be traded? Oh gosh, I don't want to speculate. The guys that have the most value is Miller. I will say that. I'm not saying he's gonna be the first to be traded though. I don't know. Sebastian, hopefully Rutherford gets rid of Pearson like he did in Pittsburgh. Lucas Clay, did you hear the news about Arizona potentially not paying the arena fees? Unlike they said, do I smell lies for that organization? That organization is such a dog's breakfast, Lucas. I don't know what to believe coming out of there. Thanks, Shannon. Oh, Rathbone's injured? Dang. Yep, we have an experienced team now in Rutherford and Boudreaux, as opposed to Linden, new president, Benning first time as GM, and at the time, Willie Desjardins, new coach. Yeah, they do set up, Jogpal, great question. They do set up certain skits, or they use what they call plants, not trees, but, they plant some of their own staff in the audience for some of those bits for sure. Hamonic will be probably at least a week, and OEL will probably find out more tomorrow. Carol. Yeah, Van City, I think some people would love to see more of a response to Marchand. NHL Canucks, Dusty's my first cousin. Okay, B-Buzz, here we go. More hypotheticals. Global BC News. Oh, by the way, I'm not sure if you're asking this, B-Buzz, because if you guys saw my vlog from today or my picture on Twitter, I did my vlog outside because it was so nice out and I wanted to change. Actually, I tried recording my car and my legs were really restless for some reason, like they are right now. So I ended up standing outside. It was beautiful. I had my nice jacket on and my tie, and I looked like a news reporter, actually. It was kind of funny. So Global BC approaches you to join their sports anchor roster. 8 years, $108,000 per, no GLPC, CPC, meaning no YouTube. Would you take this offer? 8 years at $108,000 a year. Global News, who I respect, sports anchor, 8 times 108. But no YouTube. So I had to leave my current job, leave YouTube, and then likely not do my church job. That's really tough. The money's good, but no YouTube. Dang. Oh, man, I can't believe I'm being torn about this. I think I'd try it. Could you see Rutherford trading for DeBrus? I could. Fillmore, do you think Bruce felt that he could do some work with the roster of players? These 2 games show more promise. Yeah, I think he wouldn't have taken the job, Fillmore, if he didn't think he could do some work with these guys. Aiden, do you believe that the Aquilines are too involved at player management level? I don't. I believe them when they say that they don't. They aren't. I truly believe that. Yes, I have full seasons NHL Canucks. How much is it roughly? I really want to get... It depends. You can get in for as cheap as $40 a ticket, as expensive as a few hundred. But generally, the season ticket prices are at a 30 to 40% discount of what Ticketmaster will charge, generally. I'm not talking about third party like SeatGeek and all those things. Off of regular Ticketmaster, our tickets are 30 to 40% cheaper. Noah Juleson was called up. Or is it Yulson? Do you say the J? Is it a hard J or a soft J? I don't think he'll play because you still have Hunt and in front of him. But they might give him a shot. Yeah, Edmund, Rutherford does have the credibility for sure. Do you think that Rutherford is going to get rid of Tanner Pearson? Yeah, a few people mentioned that. I don't know. Doesn't he have a no trade though? I don't know if he's got trade protection. Nice to see you, Ming Reviews. Trevor says NHL might not admit the Quebec's an option. Interesting. I don't think the stream is frozen. NHL Canucks. Ming Reviews. Clay, are you attending the Winnipeg game? Yes, Ming Reviews. I am attending the game, but I may be in a section that's not accessible to public because I'm going as Jason's guest, and we are not in his club seat. So I wonder how I should do this. The best might be to meet after the game as opposed to during the intermissions, Ming Reviews. How should I do this? You know what I'm going to do? Let's do this. By tomorrow night, by the start of the game, on my community tab, I think that's the best, is I'll do one of two things. Either I will say something on my community tab, hey, after the game I'll be here, or Ming Reviews, I'm typing my email address. Just send me a message either there or on Instagram or on Twitter, and we'll see if we can make it work tomorrow. Jed wants to make the playoffs. Will Kessel play in Arizona or elsewhere next season? Interesting. Wait, you mean, are you asking, is Arizona going to move? Is that your way of asking? Or are you asking if he's going to play for a different team? Any word on OEL? No, I think we'll hear more tomorrow. Yeah, bon chance. Why would you trade your best player right now? Well, I guess the point is you can get the most from him, but he's your best player. Right? That's the catch-22, right? I love it, Bruce. I thought you were going to do the weather forecast. I should. Maybe I should do that. Anytime I vlog outside, maybe I should just throw in a quick 30-second weather bit as well. Oh, relocation of Arizona. Okay. Yeah, it's Lucas. So, by the way, put in the chat if you like it. Put in the chat if you want me to try and do different locales. I can't. I'm kind of limited, right? Unless I start driving around Vancouver, because sometimes I do these from the office, and I'm not going to do it from my office. So if you like the different locales like today, or if you like it from my car, if you really don't care, honestly, let me know in the chat below. Ethan says, take the job at Global. Van City says, don't sell out for the money. Keep following your calling. No Global. Love over money. No, money wins for Clay. Canucks need another top 4 D-man. Yes, they do, T-Dot. Absolutely. When will the Canucks call up Jet Wu? I think he's still a couple years away, Antonio. Canuck Carl, do you think that Rutherford will make a big move and trade Pettersson? I don't think he's going to do that. TFK Louis says he has an uncle who's 72 and not the best memory. You can have PD for a second rounder. Wait, I actually meant Pearson. Very good. Yeah, Jogpa, I think Jason was trying to get down to see you, but unfortunately, I guess it didn't happen. I know he wanted to. Glad you had a good time, Jogpal. Yes, Pearson has no trade. Thank you. Lucas, Clay, since it's 80s night Toronto, are you planning to throw it back to the 80s? I'm not sure, Lucas. I thought about it for sure. I'd have to see. I could just walk around like I'm 80 years old. Does that count? The other Pacific teams lost. That's nice. That's good news. That's really good news. How you doing? Says Clay for GM. Okay, I'll throw my name in. You should do the same for the Canes game. What's that? Meet people? Oh, okay. Yeah, the Canes game will actually be easier because I'm in my regular seat. So the Canes, for the first few games of the season, I said, hey, meet me outside of section 317. And a few people came by, but I actually, that wouldn't be for anyone specific. I would say to the general public, meet me outside 317. But Ethan, if I know you're going to be there and you want to say hi, let's just say, let's say first intermission, we're going to meet at 317. But that's on Sunday, not for Friday. So Ethan, can you put a acknowledgement in the chat that you heard what I said, that we'll go section 317 right outside the Canadian flag there, underneath the Canadian flag for the Olympic display. I will meet you on Sunday. First intermission. Scott Walker signed today as Coyotes assistant at the gym. I did not know that, Brian. Have you ever sit close to the front row? Yeah, I've been in the front row before. In fact, just a recent game, I was behind the net in the front row. It's nice. You appreciate how fast they are. Reallocation of Arizona. Okay, so my prediction, or relocation. My prediction is Kessa will not be playing in Arizona next year. Coach Rob says on Cap Friendly, Tanner can submit a 7-team no-trade list. Okay, there we go. Who do you think is going to win the Grey Cup? The Bombers or the Ticats? I always think the West teams are stronger, so I'll go Bombers. Travis, I'd rather wait till deadline to trade Miller. I feel a sense of overpayment and desperation from teams inquiring. Yes, the longer you wait, the better the asking price should go up. People are saying try and see. Oh, was it about the different vlogs, locations? Saudin does not want Gillis. Yes, different locations, says Coach Rob. Lucas, heck, you never know. You could do it from my day job after you get your booster. From your day job. Oh, you're saying get the booster from your place. Van City, first row linesman is super fast. You do lose much of the ice surface. Yeah. Yeah, the beautiful thing about sitting close is you can hear everything and it's fast. The nice thing about sitting up top is you can see plays develop much easier. Although on the bottom in the lower bowl too, people can't block your view because of the way the seats are staggered, whereas upper, people actually can block your view if they're leaning forward. Carol says try different locations. Clay's like my father, I never had. Well, I don't want to get too much into it, but I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. So how you doing? Anaheim won. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. TK Louie, in hindsight, would you trade Pettersson for Eichel when he was still up for grabs? If I knew what I knew now, yeah. But who knows what Eichel's going to be like when he comes back too. That's a tough one. I still really have hope in PD, Louie. Talk about how soon do you see the team getting to 500? If they go 8-3 for the rest of December, they can get to 500. But I think that might be a little bit strong. Maybe by the middle of January, they could be there. Awesome, Ethan. Thank you. I hope they can get there. I'm not sure if they will. Jed, what if the Canucks hired you to be part of their media team? Would you take it? Get to go to all home and road games? It depends, Jed. I've heard the Canucks actually don't pay that well. And being on the media team means I'd have to quit YouTube. And you guys know how much I love this. So it'd have to be very well paying. And it depends on what the role is. I'm probably too old to be like their Instagram guy, their social media person. But if it was more of a communications type role, I would consider it. Alain Vigneault, Brian, I think Alain Vigneault is a good coach. I don't think he's GM material. Clay, is it bad that we hired Jim Rutherford? A lot of Canucks fans seem unhappy. What do you think? Nahal, I said from the start, I think it's fine as long as you bring in a more modern day GM to work with them. I think it's fine. Miller says no trade for Jogpal because he's the best Canuck. Peter says, yo, Clay, I'm going to the Canucks game next Saturday against the Leafs. Nice. I'll be there too. That's awesome. Sean. Hey, Sean. Hey, Clay. Who would you want as next GM on the team? Mellenby intrigues me. Gilman intrigues me. My friends are telling me that the McFarland guy from Colorado, he must be their AGM, maybe. And then I've talked about this guy, Eric Tulsky, out of Carolina as well. I think he's their AGM. So there are some names there. Oh, yeah. So the Ducks did win. Friendly Walker, do you think we have top four defensemen by the start of next season? They're really tough to get, but I think Rutherford's going to make it a priority. Lucas, not sure in regards to reaction. Are you talking about reaction to Rutherford, Lucas? Fancy Clay, what's the priorities for the new GM? Say hire January 1st. The new GM or the president, I think they got to reshape our roster a little bit. Karan, hey Clay, and yes, indeed, you're quite old. Hey, age is nothing but a number, brother. I know a few people who work for Canucks Media. They pay decent, but not mind-blowing. Yes, Trevor, I think that's fair to say. Fangirl, do you think we will have a GM by the trade deadline? Yes, I do think we'll have one by the trade deadline. Peter, I'm section 109. Oh, that's awesome. Jed, what if you were hired to be one of the dressing room guys? That would be a pretty cool job. Yeah, I think it takes a special type of person to do that, right? You're not going to be fanboying there and taking selfies with them as you're trying to clean their equipment or whatever. Beast Mode, now that they have hired Rutherford, who do you think the leading candidates for GM job? I've heard Botterill's name, Mellenby, Gilman. Those are three. But a lot of people talk about Botterill today, for better or for worse. Armin, what's Clay? Is that supposed to say up? I know it's early, but I have a feeling we're making it postseason. Armin, I love that positivity. Eric, how do you get videos out so fast while having a day job? My day job is pretty flexible, and I work longer hours, so my boss is pretty cool if I step outside for 10 minutes and record a vlog, because I know that I put in more hours than that, more time than that. So generally, I'm blessed to have a pretty good job where there's flexibility, and I work my butt off at that job. So they know that I have the channel as well. The channel is obviously a side gig. It's a hobby. It's not a job, but I'm generally able to make it work. Good question, Eric. I like those kind of questions. Thanks, Lucas, about the opinions. Marjorie, the Canucks go on a winning streak with the playoffs be possible? Absolutely, it's possible. It's not a high possibility, but it is possible, because I've been saying they can try and get to 500 by the end of December, and then they can start punching their way closer to the wild card spot. But a lot has to happen first. TFK Louis, they don't pay well. They have non-competition clause that limits what material. Yes, Louis, I've heard all of that as well. Thank you. Jacko, why are they called club seats? Yeah, it's just a way. There are certain food options there. There are certain perks that you get, i.e. they bring the food to you. It's just a way to create a tier of more expensive seats. I'm not sure why I'm doing the stupid move when I say that. Yeah. Jed says getting some draft picks back too. Yeah, that would be a good move. Karan, for sure. Hope I didn't miss too much. But all these home games, how many do you think we can win? I think we can win 2 of the next 3. I think we can beat Winnipeg. We might lose to Carolina. We can beat Columbus. Calvin, if we get Tulsky, that would be awesome. Yes, that's what I like about him, because of his analytics background. Botterill or Johnson for GM? Yeah, I'm not. You mean Ryan Johnson? Not sure if he's there yet, but he is well respected. Jason Botterill, I've heard that name a lot today. Nick, sorry I came late. How are we feeling about Rutherford? Yeah, Nick, I talked about it quite a bit already, but I will say, generally, it's been positive in here for me. As long as they pair him with a more modern GM, I'm fine. Yeah, I agree with you about the experience in three cups. Travis is okay with Jennifer Botterill. 1-4 the last 5, indeed. Ben Sherratt from Montreal. Depends on the asking price. Scott Melamy would do all right. Yeah, I think so. Van City, thanks for that. When GM was new, you could only buy these seats if you were a member. That gave you the privilege to buy season tickets. Interesting. Nahal, who do you think is the MVP besides Demko? I think you got to go Miller. Professor, does the new members tier come with access to your OnlyFans? No, Professor, only if I had an OnlyFans, but that would be only horrible. No, but maybe I'd have to pay people, I think, to... that's if I had an OnlyFans, of course. Got to be careful what I say here. Cody, Jets game tomorrow should be a battle. Yep. Friendly Walker, do you think Canucks have an unfair view on Botterill just because of the state of Buffalo right now, or does he do the activity? Well, he didn't do well. We'll put it that way, but maybe some people are saying it's because of the situation he was in and other circumstances. I don't know. I'm not convinced. I don't know if he'd be the best here. Jed, I think Schmidt would have done well with this team and coach. Yeah, it was just tough last year. He was more of a shutdown guy last year, or tried to be. Peter, do you believe Bruce will have a one-on-one talk with PD? I think he already has. Just tell him to do PD-like things and stop overthinking. Edmund, I'm not worried yet. Trading away Podkolzin and Hoglander, I sure hope not. Got to be smart about the money. Yes, how you doing? Absolutely. Edmund, to be fair, the Pens were drafted really late, never had to rebuild. Yeah, they had low draft picks for sure. Is George Maffei still a possible candidate? I don't know, because doesn't he have a good job in Vegas right now? Karan, do you think Rathbone or maybe someone like Jet Wu can see regular NHL ice time next season? I think Rathbone ahead of Wu. And I think Hunt and Burrows are both replaceable. Who did well in Buffalo? Yeah, no one. Hey, Canuck Stream. I'm well, thank you. Oh, happy early birthday, Canuck Stream. That's awesome. Happy 30th. Do you think Garland will go to the All-Star Weekend with Demko? I think Garland or Miller. Probably Miller over Garland. Jogpal, to answer your question, I don't know. Well, actually, I do know, but that's probably not for me to say. Just be happy you got the ticket. I know you're very grateful, but that's not for me to say. Edler would have done better with Boudreaux, perhaps Edmund. Who will score first tomorrow? I'm going Connor Garland, actually. George McPhee is president for Vegas. Thank you. Thoughts on Jim Rutherford hire? Jeremy, I talked about it earlier. I think it's fine as long as they pair him with a good GM, but you can't argue with his track record. Bring back Nick Patan. Okay. Does Juleson draw in tomorrow? No. I think you still have Brad Hunt plays ahead of him. Is there an all-star game this year? Yes, there is. You think Brendan Gallagher is a good fit? Bring him home? Sure. Toffoli back. I don't know if I want that. We have a new subscriber. Thank you, Jeremy. That's awesome. If you had a chance to trade for top 4 D-man, who would you trade for and who would you trade to get them? Oh, that's so tough to say. There's so many guys I would trade for. Yeah, I'd have to think about that one, Irfan. But who would I trade to? Well, anyone. Pearson's not going to get you a top 4 D-man. You'd have to move someone like quite valuable. And yeah, that's going to be, if Rutherford ends up doing that, that's going to be a very tough one for sure. Because I don't want to give away picks or prospects either. I'll have to think about the D-men for sure. Mike Gillis potentially returning. I'm okay with him. I liked him when he was here. PD will go first. I wonder if we could trade for back or Stetcher. Yeah, Stetcher hasn't been that good. Karan, how excited are you about Quinn Hughes since his defense stats are getting better? He wants to win here. Yeah, and he wants to be better defensively. He said that. Lucas, thanks for the donation. I look forward to seeing you at the rink tomorrow night. Bring your A game and get loud. Yeah, Lucas, let me know where you're working tomorrow night. Thank you, brother. Thank you again for the donation. Carol welcoming Jeremy. That's awesome. Also love your post-game reviews. Always have an interesting perspective. Thank you, Jeremy. I do think, brag alert, I do think that out of all the guys that do Canuck stuff, I think I have the best balance. I think I have the best. I might not be the best speaker or the best, most knowledgeable or the most experienced, but I think I have a little bit of everything. The experience. I can speak. I'm good on camera. I go to games. Not that that's a big difference, but at least I'm in the arena. I think I really have the pulse of fans as well, at least the positive ones. And I've said to you guys many times, I try new things on this channel all the time. And I shared something with the members last night that hopefully I'll be able to make public on Sunday night. So members, I trust you to keep keep the secret for a few more days. Not that it's a big deal to you, but I think it's a big deal for me. And I'm going to hopefully share that on Sunday night as well. Okay, I'm going to go to Ask Me Anything. I'm just going to scan for last questions. Thank you, Lucas, for the donation again. Thank you for the new subscription, Jeremy. That's awesome. Giordano. Is he on the block, though? Podkolzin is getting better, Edmund. Parker and Clay, 100%. Yes, I love working with Parker. That's so awesome. Time for hockey. I think you're more positive. Yeah, no, Lego's good. He's got a good voice, and he knows a lot about the league, and he's a smart guy. But he knows more, and he's able to speak a lot about prospects. That's one of his strengths. He's able to talk a lot more about other teams, where I intentionally focus on the Canucks. And I do think I give the best balanced and informed opinions. And it's not just me repeating what reporters said or whatever, because I think you need someone, and many people do this, but I think I can't speak for other people, but I know that I'm confident in the way that what I know, what I observe, what I read, how I can synthesize info and make it make sense for people, whether you're a really expert or student fan, a student of the game, or if you're kind of entry level. I hope that I can kind of bridge all those levels. Yes, time for hockey. I talked about potential GMs. Tulski out of Carolina, Mellenby, Botterill, Gilman. Thanks everyone for the nice compliments. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Van City. I appreciate it. Okay, let's last 10 minutes because I do have to leave at 11 because I am going to see my friend sing and pick up my pedal. So let's do this. Ask me anything. So no Canucks, no hockey related questions for the last 10 minutes. If you ask one, I will just kindly skip it. But that's not because I'm a jerk. Friendly Walker, any advice for someone's aspiring to sports, right? Create sports related content. Just start doing it. Even if it's not paid, even if it's volunteer, just start doing it and get experience. Absolutely. And be genuine, be passionate, and be consistent. All those things. Brian, do you think, oh no, that's a hockey related question. Well, that's fine. I'll answer it because maybe you asked that before I said it. Yeah, I think PD is not his full self. He's got to relax still a bit more, putting a lot of pressure on himself. Fangirl, are you going to watch the new Spider-Man movie that's coming out this month? I haven't thought. I've heard a few things about it. I think I'll watch it eventually, but I'm not in a rush to see it, if that makes sense. Studying tips for final exams. Don't cram. Try and spread it out a little bit. Take breaks. And be confident. Be confident that you know your stuff. Don't second guess yourself. You have no time to second guess yourself on exams. Of course, you're talking about a guy who failed his accounting exam, so Marjorie, though. So I don't know if I'm the best, but I do remember for the courses I did take that you got to be confident. You know what you're doing, and you can't second guess yourself during the final exams. Edmund, did I have sushi the last couple of days? Yes, I had some tonight actually. Tokyo Joe's in Richmond. Oh, that's awesome, Jed. That's awesome that you bowled. How did you do? Clay, will I do a duet with Michael Bublé? I don't think he can afford me, Nux and Bolts. No, we'll see. I don't think he knows who I am. Maria's a better chance. So how you doing, Clay? Are you ready for the snowfall next week? I think so. When it comes to, I have the proper clothing, the proper tires in my car, salt in for our neighborhood. We'll see. Lucas, Clay, is there a motivator that keeps you positive in these interesting times? Oh, that's an excellent question. I think it's my outlook on life overall. My faith has a little bit to it. Faith helps me not become a better hockey fan, but it helps me with perspective. And overall, I'm just a joyful, happy person. I don't waste time getting down on things that are out of my control. Karan, what 5 athletes from different sports do you admire the most from the NHL or any other sport you watch? And why do you look up to them? Oh, okay. This could take a while. So I'll go fast. I like Steph Curry. I like the Sedins. Who else do I like? I like Jordan's compete level. Not sure I liked how he treated other teammates. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not really big into really admiring athletes in that way. I enjoy watching them, Karan. But let me give you a better answer. Let me think about that one. Calvin, what do you do for your day job? I work for the Roman Catholic Archdiocese in doing ministry, help with training leaders, and in communications, all for the Archdiocese. Carol, Clay, did you say that you lost more weight? If so, yes, I've lost 17 pounds in the past 3 months. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate it. I just look at some videos from the summer where my face is a little fatter or whatever, but thank you. Do you live in Vancouver? Yes, Eric, I live in Richmond in the Steveston area. What brand of paddle do you have? Are you talking about paddle? Are you talking about ping pong? TK Louie, tell me, or is there another word for paddle? Let me know what you're asking and I'll answer it, I promise. Ming, how much muscle would you like to add to your transformation? Yeah, Ming, that's a great question. Because I've lost the 15 pounds that I wanted to get, so I started at 196. I'm 179 now. I wanted to get down to 180, and I'm fine staying at 180 if it becomes more muscle. And I've said before, I have big legs and a big butt. I need to work on my upper body and my arms, my chest. Thanks for the comment, Jay Bay. Thanks for being here. No problem. Thanks, Brian, for being here. One non-hockey sporting event would you like to go? I would love to go to Super Bowl for sure, or maybe a World Cup soccer match. I've gone to World Cup soccer match, women's. That was good. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, actually, I would love to go to Super Bowl or a UFC. Yes, I heard about Jeff Hardy. I hope he's okay. Well below average. That's funny. Marjorie, how do you come up with new ideas for your YouTube channel? They're very creative and overall love hearing your opinions about the content. Thank you, Marjorie. There's day-to-day news that keeps me relatively busy. I admit it was a struggle during the off season, but when it comes to stuff like parody songs or what were they thinking, which I haven't done in a while, or Zoom interviews, I'm always just looking for things that other people aren't doing. And that's really what it is. And sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. Thanks for that, Marjorie. What is the proper way of teeth brushing? Water then toothpaste or toothpaste then water? Are you weird like me and go water? I brush my teeth by putting toothpaste on my toothbrush, no water first. Then I do my whole mouth and then I do the water at the end. Because maybe I think my mouth is... What I do, I turn on the water, I put some water on my toothbrush, and then I put the toothpaste on. So at least there's some moisture. Or do you not brush your teeth? No, look at my teeth. Of course I brush my teeth. Hello, Jason. Just wrapping up in the next 5 minutes. Ping pong it is. Yeah, some cheap whatever came with the balls that we bought. So nothing fancy. And the way I play, it probably shows. Kobe Bryant, his work ethic, good. Yeah, actually, Karan, I do like athletes that give back to the community. That's for sure. Edmund, okay, Clay, cardio-wise, your trainer may agree. Rower, skier, or air assault bike will be great. Yeah, all those things cost money, though. I do have a treadmill. 2026 World Cup might be coming to Vancouver. Did you hear about that? I did not know about that, Karan. Clay, don't you have extra work during this Advent season? Yeah, there's always work to do in the diocese, if that's what you mean. But, yeah, not anything more than usual, to be honest with you. Dental tips with Clay. Yeah, if it's not weather, it's dental tips. Okay, thanks, Edmund, for that. Yeah, I haven't been in the gym. I've been doing everything from home. And, of course, it's exercise, but it's also what I'm eating and when I'm eating as well. Ming Reviews, you'll be at the Toronto game. Okay, yeah, that might be easier. Let's do that, Ming Reviews. Then we won't worry about tomorrow night. We will meet up at the Toronto game because I'm in my regular seats, and that will be a lot easier. Thanks for that. What do you think about the asteroid? I know nothing about asteroids, nuts and bolts. Cran, they might bring UFC to Canada. Do you have a favorite UFC fighter right now? No, I don't have a favorite UFC fighter. I just like the sport. I don't necessarily like to see guys get wailed on. I just like the athleticism and the strategy. I like George St. Pierre when he was fighting for sure. But I don't really have a favorite. Are you using OBS software for this live? I used to DJ. Yeah. Yes, I use Streamlabs. Best dim sum in Richmond. Man, I always say you dim sum, you lose some. Thank you. For dim sum, not my favorite food, so I wouldn't be able to recommend anything. I know Continental at 5 in Canby. It's good because it's cheaper. Not cheap, but it's cheaper. And it's got a good rep. So maybe Continental, but Jason Lim will probably know way better than me about that for sure. Okay, it's 10:59 now. I need to wrap up. So any bowling spots you recommend out in Richmond coming to play there soon? Oh, absolutely. The Lucky 9 Lanes. It's my home bowling alley. It's where my kids bowl. It's where they train. It's the center that trained Jacob to be a national champion. And it's the only 10-pin bowling in Richmond. It's Lucky 9, and it's at 6th Road and Steveston. J Bay, going into Kraken games. I haven't bought anything yet, but now with lesser restrictions and my Nexus card, I might get down there. Kieran is one of the best places. There we go. Jason knows. Thanks for a great stream. Yeah, this was a lot of fun, Coach Rob. Pretty simple. Went really fast, though. Thank you. Thanks. Awesome vid. No dim sum. Clay's on the broccoli, chicken, and rice diet to shred. Yeah, I don't eat rice anymore, actually, as much as that's hard for me as an Asian. Okay, friends, it's 11. I'm going to wrap up here. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Jogpal, thank you for allowing me to share those videos. Jason, I know you just got here, but yeah, I was able to share some videos from Jogpal that Jogpal sent me from your seat. So thanks to Jason for that donation. Thanks to all of our sponsors, Fancy the Experts, Perform and Transform, Gassy Jack Art, Monkey 9 Brewing. Thank you, moderators, for doing what you do, as always. And thanks to all of you. You guys know I don't take you for granted, yet I am most appreciative of you. as we continue to build what I think is the best Canucks channel here on YouTube. And we're actually, the channel has been growing quite a bit in the past week or so. So I might not get to 9,000 by the end of the month, but I'm at 8381 now. So we might get to 8,500 by the end of next week. Well, actually, if we get to 8,500 by the middle of December, I could push to get to 9,000, but we'll see. It'll happen when it happens. I don't want to get too caught up on numbers and things like that. So thanks, sponsors. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, Lucas, for the donation. Thank you to the new subscribers, including Jeremy, and for all of you. I appreciate you being here. And I did tonight because it was big news, but I won't be doing a stream tomorrow night because I'll be at the game with Jason, as I mentioned, and we might be whooping it up as two cool old Asian guys after the game. Who knows? And then Saturday, I have my... then Sunday I'm at the game as well. And then I'll be doing my stream at 11 o'clock on Sunday night, announcing the new membership tier and maybe some other cool news as well. Okay, friends. Thank you. Marcus, thanks for being here. Although I'm wrapping up right now. Thanks, everyone, for being here. I appreciate you. I implore you to stay safe and stay healthy. Or before I say that, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, like this video on your way out. And consider becoming a member or upgrading if you are a member as already. And yes, introducing a new membership level on Sunday night. Now, for real, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And I got to tell you, Gail asked me last weekend, she says, why don't you treat me like you did when we first started dating? So I said, you're right, Gail. So I took her to dinner. Then I took her to a movie. And then I dropped her off at her parents' house. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.